Top 10 lesser-known facts about video games. Video games have shaped entertainment for decades, but behind every iconic title and technological breakthrough, there are hidden stories that most players never hear about. From secret messages to bizarre world records, here are 10 fascinating video game facts that will blow your mind. Before we dive into today's facts, take a moment to leave a like on this video. It really helps the channel grow and allows us to create even more interesting content. If you don't enjoy the video, you can always take your like back later. Now, sit back and enjoy. Fact 1. The first interactive video game was created in 1958 by physicist William Higginbotham. It was called Tennis for Two and was played on an oscilloscope, a device used to measure electrical signals. Unlike modern games, it had no graphics, just a bouncing light representing the ball. Though it never became a commercial product, it laid the foundation for the gaming industry long before Pong was released. Fact 2. With over 300 million copies sold, Minecraft is the best-selling video game of all time. Many assume games like Grand Theft Auto V or Tetris hold this title, but Minecraft continues to dominate, attracting millions of players even years after its release. Its open-ended gameplay and limitless creativity make it one of the most successful games in history. Fact 3. In 1982, Atari released E.T. the Extraterrestrial, a game so bad that it almost destroyed the company. Rushed into production in just 5 weeks, the game was filled with glitches and frustrating mechanics. Atari ended up burying thousands of unsold cartridges in a landfill in New Mexico. For decades, it was considered an urban legend until a team of excavators uncovered the buried games in 2014. Fact 4. The most expensive video game ever made is Star Citizen, a game that has been in development since 2011 and has raised over $600 million from crowdfunding. Despite this massive budget, the game still hasn't had a full release, making it one of the longest and most ambitious projects in gaming history. Fact 5. Pac-Man is often considered an endless game, but if you reach level 256, the game breaks. Due to a programming bug, half the screen becomes a jumbled mess of code, making it impossible to continue playing. The maximum possible score, 3,333,360 points, can only be achieved by perfectly completing every level before reaching this infamous kill screen. Fact 6. The Guinness World Record for the longest video game session is held by a gamer who played for 35 hours and 35 minutes straight. The record was set in a session of Just Dance 2015, a game that requires constant movement. To avoid serious health risks, the player was allowed short rest breaks, but the majority of the session was spent actively dancing. Fact 7. There's a video game so rare that only one known copy exists. The game, called Gamma Attack, was released for the Atari 2600 in 1983 by a small company called Gamation. The only existing cartridge belongs to a collector, and at one point, it was listed on eBay for $500,000. Some rare video games are now worth more than gold. Fact 8. The most played video game in history is Tetris. First released in 1984, it has been ported to more than 65 platforms, making it the most widely available game ever. With over 500 million downloads of mobile versions alone, Tetris continues to be a cultural phenomenon even decades after its release. Fact 9. The most expensive in-game item ever sold was a virtual spaceship in the game Entropia universe. Known as the Crystal Palace Space Station, it was purchased for $330,000 in real money. Entropia universe has a real cash economy, allowing players to trade in-game assets for actual money. Some virtual items in games have become so valuable that they are treated like real-world investments, with players spending thousands, or even hundreds of thousands, of dollars on digital property. Fact 10. For 24 years, a secret level in Doom 2 remained undiscovered. It was hidden so well that even hardcore players never found it, until one of the game's original developers, John Romero, finally revealed its location in 2018. This proves that even in decades-old games, some mysteries remain unsolved for years. Thanks for watching until the end. Let us know in the comments which fact surprised you the most, and suggest topics for our next videos. The most liked comment will be featured in a future episode, and we'll create a video based on your idea. See you next time!